going to watch 15 incredible geography facts about the US. And like previously, as much as I know that US is a very like beautiful place. It is surrounded by landscapes. It has the own like third largest population, and all the good things we know about the US, because we have been seeing videos related its places, famous places, the military and everything. And this is quite new for me also, but I'm very excited to watch this.
And we all know that America is one of the huge country in the whole world, and we all know that it has a lot of different landscapes like mountains, deserts, and yes, I'm so much excited to watch this and so much excited to know some weird as well as cool facts about geographical. Uh, Sorry, 1, 2, 3, start. So I'm so much excited to know about the cool facts of uh, America. So yeah, let's jump into the video.
I guarantee you don't know just how weird and
Oh,
fascinating US geography is. If
Weird
you
and
want to wow your
fascinating.
friends and acquaintances at the next party you go to,
wow.
here are 15 incredible facts you need to know about geography of the
Wow.
United States. And let's start with the state that's both the easternmost and westernmost
Oh,
state in the US.
Both easternmost, westernmost.
We're
Alaska.
talking about
Wow.
Alaska. This fascinating geographic quirk comes from the fact that the
Obviously,
Aleutian
this
Islands, a
place
very
is
long
very
chain of
famous for
volcanic
its
islands extending
coolness.
from Alaska
Aleutian.
into the Pacific Ocean, crosses the 180th meridian, the imaginary line that separates the
Okay.
western and eastern hemispheres. Because some of the islands lie west of this line, Alaska is both in the
Wow,
western
it's
It's
and
both,
both
eastern
in
yes.
Western and
hemispheres,
Eastern
making it
Hemisphere. That's
technically the
crazy.
easternmost US state. This
Yeah.
is an odd distinction, as we typically associate the easternmost points of the US with places like Maine. But
Maine.
geographically, Alaska holds the
Wow.
title for both.
Alaska. That's a very nice thing, actually.
Since we're already talking about the eastern seaboard, which state do you think is closest to Africa? It might
Oh,
seem
Maine is
surprising, but
closest
Maine
to
is
the Africa.
geographically
Okay.
closer to Africa than Florida. Specifically, the distance from
Florida?
Quoddy Head, Maine, the easternmost point of the United States, to El Beduza, Morocco, is roughly 3,154 miles. In contrast, the distance from Miami, Florida, to the same point in Morocco is about
Wow.
4,025 miles, making Maine closer by about
4,025.
800 miles. This
It's
surprising fact
closer.
is due to the curvature of the Earth
Yes.
and the positioning of the
Florida.
continents. While Florida sits much farther south and is closer to the equator, which runs through the heart
That's
of
some
Africa, Maine's
crazy
location is
facts
much
about
farther
the
east, and Africa
America.
extends
Yeah.
much farther north than many people realize. This geographic quirk highlights the often unexpected results of global geography, where straight lines on
Yes.
maps don't always tell the full story due to
Oh.
Earth's spherical shape. It's a fascinating reminder of how the Earth's geometry can make certain locations appear closer than we might expect, based
Closer than
purely
we
on
might
latitude.
expect.
Has so many more
The
people.
east
Wow.
has so many people.
The population distribution of the United States is strikingly uneven. If we were to draw a line just west of San Antonio, Texas, about 80% of the country's population would live east of
80%
it,
of the-
while only 20% resides to the
That
west.
was
This
80
divide
and
reflects
20
both
ratio is
historical
actually
patterns and
big
geographic
difference.
factors. The western side of the
Obviously.
country includes major urban centers like New York, Chicago, and Washington, D.C., areas that have been developed and densely populated since the colonial era. In contrast, the western U.S., despite containing large cities like Los Angeles and San Francisco, is more sparsely populated,
Sparsely.
largely due
Oh,
to vast
wow.
stretches of desert, mountains,
Mountains,
and wilderness.
wilderness.
The
Wow.
West's harsh
How
and rugged
beautiful
landscapes,
it
such as the
is.
Rocky Mountains and deserts of the
It
Southwest,
has
have historically
deserts,
made large-scale
mountains,
settlement difficult.
crazy.
Even today, much of the
Mountains.
land west of San Antonio consists of national parks, forests, and protected areas, contributing to the population imbalance. And one of the best examples of these
Wow.
sparsely populated western states is Wyoming.
Oh wow!
Wyoming is
Wyoming
dominated
is
by
dominated by
cattle.
cattle.
Wyoming is, of course, known for its vast open spaces and rugged landscapes.
It's beautiful.
But perhaps
It's
most
beautiful.
notably, it's known for its extremely low population. In fact, Wyoming's population is so low that it actually has more cattle than people. With a
Wow.
population of just over
More cattle, like
580,000,
imagine.
it ranks as
Yeah.
the least populous state in the US.
There are
Meanwhile,
basically
the state's
animals
agricultural
everywhere.
industry is dominated by cattle ranching,
Yeah.
with
Wow.
roughly twice as many cows as people. Cattle grazing plays a significant role in the state's
Cow
economy, with
grazing.
beef
Horse
being one of
riding.
Wyoming's
Oh.
key
Wow.
exports. This reflects the broader trend in many Western states,
That's why
where
this place is
large
beautiful.
stretches
Less
of land
humans,
are
more
devoted to
animals.
ranching, and population densities remain
The
very
longest
low.
international border. Wow, crazy.
International border.
Stretching approximately 5,525 miles, the longest international border in the world is between the United States and Canada.
Yes,
This
the United
immense
States
boundary
and
runs from
Canada.
the Atlantic Ocean in the east to the Pacific in the west, crossing diverse landscapes such as the Great Lakes, prairies, forests, and mountains.
Prairies,
It
forests,
also
mountains.
includes
See,
the border between
I read it
Alaska
about
and
in my
Canada,
geography
which
book.
alone spans over 1,500 miles. Despite its length, the US-Canada border is known for being relatively peaceful and unfortified, in stark contrast to many other international boundaries. Both countries maintain a healthy relationship, and their
Crazy.
shared border facilitates extensive trade and cultural exchange.
Cultural exchange.
Additionally, the two countries have various agreements to manage their border, including the Great Lakes St. Lawrence River Basin Sustainable Water
That's a huge
Resources
thing.
Agreement, as well as various
Wow,
partnerships for
how
national
beautiful
parks that
America
straddle the
is. The
boundary.
Great Lakes have more water than
Yeah.
Wow.
Speaking of the Great Lakes, Lake
Now this
Superior,
is something
Michigan,
crazy.
Huron, Erie, and
Yes,
Ontario are a
Ontario.
global freshwater treasure, holding about 21% of all surface freshwater on Earth.
21%
These
Fresh
five
water.
interconnected
Wow.
lakes contain over 6
Just imagine
quadrillion
20%
gallons
of
of
the
water,
fresh water in the
providing
whole
drinking
world
water
is
for
in
over
America.
40 million people
Crazy.
in the US and Canada. Formed by retreating glaciers at the end of the last ice age, the Great Lakes span more than 94,000 square miles and are vital to
Wow.
North America's ecology and economy. Together, they support a vast array of fish and wildlife and serve as important trade routes, with shipping channels connecting the heartland of North America to the Atlantic in both the east and south.
Yeah.
Today, the Great Lakes water is protected by the Great Lakes Compact, a legally
Great
binding
Lakes
interstate
Compact.
agreement between Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Minnesota,
Wow.
New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and the
Wow.
Canadian provinces of Ontario and Quebec. Sorry to break up your 15 geography facts, but I wanted to give you
Extra
an
facts.
extra fact. Did you know that your body needs about 50 grams of protein and a wide range of vitamins and minerals
Wow.
every single
day?
I didn't, which is why I'm very happy that I found Huel. Huel has become my daily routine. Not only because it's convenient, but because it's helped me tackle the most important meal of the day, while also giving me everything I need to
Crazy.
stay healthy. In every single bottle of Huel, there's 35 grams of protein and 27 essential minerals and vitamins that make this single bottle 100% nutritionally complete. That means
Yes.
less feeling hungry and snacky throughout the day, and more feeling great and energized. So if you're feeling like you don't get enough protein, vitamins, or minerals in your everyday diet,
Huge.
come join me. Right now, you can get 15% off Huel with code GEOFF at Huel.com/Jeff. Fuel your best performance today with Huel.
Colorado's borders are in straight lines?
Whoa.
Now let's take a look at Colorado. This state is known for its rectangular shape, but its
Yeah.
real borders are not as straight as they appear on maps. When Colorado was created in 1876,
What?
its borders were meant to follow
Actually very
specific lines of
rectangular.
latitude
Yes.
and longitude. However, the tools used for surveying in the 19th century were not as precise as modern GPS technology, leading to slight inaccuracies. Over time, as more accurate
OMG,
surveys
I'm
have
in
been
love
conducted,
with
minor
America.
corrections have been
Wow.
made to the state's boundaries. These changes
Yeah.
are mostly imperceptible to the average person, but demonstrate how geography and human technology can influence the way we define political borders. The same phenomenon can be found in other states with supposedly straight
Alaska
borders.
has the largest
Oh.
rainforest. Wow.
Alaska's the largest rainforest.
Surprisingly,
yeah, I know about
the
it
largest
somewhere.
rainforest in the United
Largest
States
rainforest.
isn't
Wow.
located
Very
in
nice it
Hawaii
is.
or Florida, but in Alaska. The Tongass National Forest, covering
Tongass.
over 16.7 million acres, is the largest
16.7
national
Wow.
forest in the country
Whoa.
and is also a temperate rainforest. Located in southeast Alaska, it forms part of the Pacific Temperate Rainforest, the largest remaining temperate rainforest in the
How
world. The Tongass is
beautiful it
characterized
is.
by its dense old-growth forests of Sitka spruce,
Literally,
western
every
hemlock,
single
and
the
red
like
cedar,
the
along with a
nature,
rich
the
array
view
of
is so
wildlife,
beautiful.
including
Look at this
bears,
cute
wolves, and
bear.
salmon. The forest plays a crucial role in local ecosystems, supporting biodiversity
I'm-
and
I
regulating the
want to
climate by
run in these
absorbing carbon
mountains.
dioxide. It's also a vital
Yeah,
resource for
like
the
open
indigenous
fields.
communities who
Yeah.
have lived in the region for thousands of years. However, as with other rainforests, the Tongass is threatened by logging and climate change, sparking debates about conservation
Vapors
efforts.
in extreme elevations. Whoa.
In California, Mount Whitney and
Mount
Death Valley
Whitney.
are
Only
only
85
85 miles apart, yet they represent two of the most extreme points in the contiguous United States. Mount Whitney, standing at 14,505 feet, is the
Oh,
tallest
wow.
mountain in the lower
Yes.
48 states. while Badwater
That's high.
Basin in Death Valley, at 282 feet below sea level, is the lowest point. This proximity between such extreme elevations is a result of the unique tectonic and erosional forces that shape
Wow.
California's landscape.
Nature
Death
has
Valley's basin
wonderful
formed due
things.
to the stretching and thinning of the
Wonderful.
Earth's crust,
Wow.
while Mount Whitney rose from tectonic collisions. Together, they highlight the dramatic geologic diversity of the state.
The Mississippi River Basin.
The Mississippi River Basin is one of the
Oh.
largest drainage systems in the world, covering 1.2
wow.
million square miles and draining water from 41% of the United
41%.
States. The
The
basin
Wow.
spans
statistics are
31
real.
states and includes
Like
major
crazy
rivers
real.
like the Missouri
Oh,
and
yeah.
Ohio, all flowing into the Mississippi River before emptying into the Gulf of Mexico. This vast watershed is essential for agriculture, transportation, and freshwater resources in the U.S. The Mississippi River
Freshwater
alone is about 2,340 miles long, making it the second longest river in the country, behind the Missouri River,
Wow.
a tributary of the Mississippi. The river basin supports a variety of ecosystems, from wetlands and
looks so
forests to
gorgeous.
prairies
Yes.
and mountains,
The river
and
basin,
is home
the
to millions of
Mississippi
people
River.
and countless species
Wow.
of wildlife.
Wow.
However, the river system is also prone to
Wow.
flooding
How
and faces
beautiful.
significant
Oh my God.
environmental issues such as pollution from agricultural runoff.
Pollution from
Once these
agriculture.
nutrients, vital for
And even
farming,
just
end up
look
in the
at the
Gulf,
bottom,
they
how
feed algae,
clean it
which
is.
chokes off any other marine life present. But the size of the Mississippi is not even the most interesting fact about this famous river.
And then it goes backwards.
The
Whoa.
Mississippi flows backwards.
That
In
was a
1811
crazy
and
fact.
1812, a series of massive earthquakes in the central United States caused the Mississippi River to flow backward
That's
temporarily. The New Madrid earthquakes, as they became known, were so powerful that they caused
Oh,
ground subsidence,
the
which forced the
reason.
river to reverse its
Crazy.
course in some
Powerful.
places. The shaking caused waterfalls to form in certain stretches of the river, and eyewitnesses reported seeing water moving upstream. This event is one of the most remarkable in U.S. geologic history and demonstrates
Upstream.
the power of tectonic forces even far away from active fault lines. Today, seismic activity in the New Madrid seismic zone still poses a
The
risk to the
graveyard
region.
of the Pacific Ocean.
The graveyard of the Pacific Ocean. Graveyard.
The Graveyard of the Pacific is a treacherous stretch of coastline along the Pacific Northwest, particularly the waters around the Columbia River Bar, where more than 2,000
Whoa.
ships have met their fate. This notorious area stretches from Oregon's coast to Vancouver Island, British Columbia, and is infamous for its dangerous weather conditions, strong currents,
Oh,
and
that's
shifting
why it is known
sandbars.
as
Yeah.
the
In
graveyard.
fact,
I
the
wonder
Columbia
why.
Bar is one of the most hazardous river entrances in the world. Where the powerful Columbia River meets the Pacific Ocean, extreme waves and shifting sand create perilous conditions that have claimed countless ships. This hazardous area has been a threat to ship captains for
Oh.
centuries as stormy weather, dense fog, and sudden changes in water depth frequently
Nature is
cause
beautiful
vessels
as
to
well
run
as, like,
aground,
dangerous.
capsize, or collide with hidden
Agree.
obstacles. Efforts to mitigate these dangers have included the construction of lighthouses, jetties, and a highly skilled team of Columbia Bar pilots who help guide ships safely across the bar. Despite these measures, the region's volatile nature
Whoa.
continues to make it a
Oh.
dangerous area for navigation,
Yes.
maintaining its reputation
Graveyard of the
as the
Pacific.
graveyard of the
The
Pacific.
longest cave system in the world. Wow.
Kentucky's Mammoth Cave National Park is
Mammoth
home to
Cave.
the longest cave system in the
Oh,
world,
no.
with over
What?
400 miles of
Maybe?
explored
400
passages
miles?
and potentially many more yet to be discovered.
Oh.
Mammoth Cave has a rich history, with indigenous peoples using the caves thousands of years ago and modern explorers continuing to map its vast network of
Wow,
tunnels. The
it's
cave
like
system
so
is formed from
antique
limestone and
cave.
shaped by the
It's been
slow action of
Yes.
groundwater
thousands of
eroding the
years
rock
old.
over millions of years. It contains a diverse array of subterranean ecosystems, including unique species of fish and bats.
Wow.
The cave's size and complexity make it a marvel of natural
America's
geology.
largest desert is growing? What?
Desert.
Whoa.
Did you know the US is home to both hot and cold deserts? Unlike the hot deserts of the American Southwest, the
Good
Great
job.
Basin, located in Nevada and Utah,
Yes.
experiences cold winters, often with snowfall. However, as temperatures rise and precipitation patterns vary due to climate change, the desert's boundaries
My
are
God.
slowly extending. This expansion impacts
Slowly
local ecosystems, water resources, and agriculture. The Great Basin is already
Even we
one of the
can
driest
see
areas
by
in
the
North
video
America,
only
and its
that
growth highlights
seems
the
so
broader
dry.
environmental challenges of a
But
warming
Hawaii is
planet.
Dry.
also growing. Wow, Hawaii? Hawaii is one
Hawaii,
of my
specifically the
favorite
Big
places
Island,
in
is the
America.
only
Favorite
U.S.
place,
state
yeah.
that's physically growing. This is due to the ongoing volcanic activity of Kilauea. one of the most active volcanoes on Earth.
Wow!
When lava from Kilauea flows into the ocean, it cools
How
and solidifies,
beautiful
adding
it
new
is.
land to the island's coastline.
Damn.
Over the past few decades, Kilauea has continuously erupted, increasing the island's size by hundreds of acres.
Crazy,
The volcanic
crazy,
activity
crazy
also shapes
America.
Hawaii's
Volcanic
landscapes, from black sand
activity
beaches to
Yeah,
towering lava
directly
cliffs.
into the
While the
ocean.
eruptions can be destructive to human
true.
settlements, they are also responsible for creating the fertile, lush landscapes that make Hawaii so unique. There's many more fascinating geographic facts about the United States, but those will have to wait for another video.
Wow, what a crazy video it was. So there were many facts which we learned about America. Like Alaska is in east and western hemisphere, so that was a crazy fact. And we also got to know that 80% of the population live in the eastern side, and the rest 20% live in the western. So that was also very
Yeah.
shocking for me. And third one was that a river. What was the name of that river? Missy. I forget
The
that.
Great Lakes.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was Great Lakes maybe.
Yeah, no, the river which flows backward, Mississippi, something
Mississippi
like.
River.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mississippi.
Mississippi River.
So that was also a crazy fact, and the Hawaii one was also very, fun. So basically, we can say that this video was so knowledgeable, and we got to know a lot of things about America. And by this video, we also saw that how beautiful America is and how diverse its landscape is. Like
Literally.
there were mountains, desert, a river, ocean. So crazy landscapes are there in America.
Definitely. It was like the most beautiful scenes I was seeing. And also with that, it was a very informative video because we came to know about the facts that we usually didn't know. Like she mentioned the Alaska one and the Mississippi River which also flows behind. It also has the like biggest rainforest. And all of this just it took me back to my class like 9th, 10th geography textbooks where
Yeah.
I used to read those answers and I used to be like, oh my god, what am I even learning? I have to like learn from every word, the temperate islands, the forest, the mangroves, everything. It just like give me a nostalgia about everything. And in the end, like I think this all facts were absolutely very new and very different, which we don't usually hear in any other things. Maybe like also okay, we read facts about different things, but this was very new kind of thing. So let me know, what do you guys think about this video in our comment section below. So do like, share and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.